Oh, look what I just found. David Winter cottages. Yikes. All in the box. All right, well, we are here today in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and we are sitting outside of the Goodwill. We've been here a few times thus far and had pretty good luck most of those times. So we're gonna head in here and see what we can find to buy and flip for a profit. Here we go. All right, vases. What are we gonna find today? This is cute. That looks like Raydon, maybe. Isn't it like Raydon Blossoms or something, only in glass? I feel like it might be. Oh, there's a nice cranberry vase over there. Nothing I need to take with me, though.
Yeah.
Oh, this is pretty.
What'd you pay for that one you got in Walmart?
I like that. What does it say on the bottom? Nichols Pottery.
Same like that at Walmart.
GNNC.
What'd you pay?
God bless you. I think I've had Nichols Pottery before. Kind of like that for $2.99. It's a pretty color. We'll take it. That is a neat mug. That is a big mug. That's a good mug. I like it. As long as there's no chips or cracks. It's $4.99. Check it over real good. Yeah, I think it's in good shape. Kind of reminds me of a zebra. It's like a blue zebra. Oh, there's a chip. Meh, never mind. I put it back. What in the world is that? Italian? Is that? What? A musa. It is. You know, I think I have one of their plates in my buy it now. I cannot believe that that's not chipped up. Usually, pieces like this, you find the edges all chipped up. That is so fun. Okay, how much? $4.99. I'll take it. Alright, that might be my favorite find so far anyway. It's gonna be hard to top. Those are always fun. Those little cups. There's only 2 of them there though. Ooh. That's Pioneer Woman. Alright, let's scoot down this way. I kind of want to get over to the figurines. That is Germany. It is a pretty little flower dish. I'll take it. This is Somayaki. That is Otagiri. Usually, oh, look, the horse is in the bottom. I found like over time the horse wears out. Oh, there's a whole set. Look at that. 2 of 3. They actually have this set. $4.99 for 3 of them. Usually they're priced individually, so that's not terrible, but I don't really want a set of 3. $2.99 on a vintage crock. Dare I say antique crock? Possibly. What is this? Magnolia. Alright, we're gonna leave the cart here because I just noticed this. I think it's a contemporary version now. They started making new ones and selling them at Target. This has the battery compartment in the bottom, so that tells me that it is in fact contemporary, which isn't a horrible thing, but not what we're looking for. How cute is this little fella? He is so sweet. He's the cutest. I saw his friend earlier at a different Goodwill. They've been separated. There's a Scotty in a bag. What a weird thing to put in a bag. It's all by itself, too. Kind of different. pretty. Look at these. Those are kind of fun. They almost don't have faces, but they do have like little dots. So we'll count them. Don't see much in figurines today. The twins are still here. So is this nurse dog? Doctor dog? Nurse. Nurse dog. That is crazy. That is not a glossy baby. Oh, that's kind of nice. Probably made in China. Pretty little porcelain thing. All right. Figurines did not do it for us today. Washington, D.C. There's a deviled egg plate, lucite. The seeds, $2.99. That's fun. I found so much of this seed lucite lately. I'll take it. All right, let's check the next aisle. That is really chipped up. Figured we'd take a cruise through the crystal. Made in USA. Patent pending. It's a boat-shaped ashtray.
Is it full covered?
That would have been a clock. It's missing the insert. It's an interesting piece of glass. Like the triangle shape. What is that? Mom, Reno. That's an interesting mug. They must have gotten that for their mom when they were in Reno as a gift. Yeah, that. Peacock on that one. There's anthropology. I remember staying in a hotel in Virginia once. It's very Art Deco. It had a floor just like this. So cool. We'll grab this for $1.99. It is anthropology. That's pretty. Hanging out at the beach. Looks like their name came off of it though. Whoever they were. Spoons. Did we look at these before? Maybe we did. There's 3 of them in here, and I don't think a single one is sterling. I always look at the souvenir spoons because I have found sterling in the bags before. This is neat. I love that Pennsylvania Dutch design on that. I don't know how quick it would be to sell though, so I'm gonna leave it behind for that reason. I figured I'd come back through and take a closer look in the bags. I did just kind of glance them over. Del Webb Hotels. Never even heard of Del Webb Hotels. Should look this one up. There happens to be a ton of these listed, but I couldn't find any sold listings, so probably not worth taking with me. What is this? Oh, it's one of those. We're gonna leave that. There's a bag of dinosaurs. And we're at the end of the aisle. Might not find anything in the baggies today. Those are so pretty. These have caught my eye twice because they kind of like, in my mind, I'm registering them as Moriage. Obviously they're not, but like for some reason in my head. I'm like, Moriage. And then every time I look at them, I'm like, no, they're not. There's a crucifix. There's a spun glass ship. Gotta be careful with that guy. He might take a tumble. Look at this sweet little angel shaker for $2.99. He was hiding over here in the flowers. I doubt his friend's over here, though. That's probably why he's over here. Somebody was probably like, oh, he's not worth it by himself. Tell you what, though, his wings aren't broken. I feel like he's worth it. I'm gonna take him with me. Well, look what I just found. David Winter cottages. Yikes. All in the box. I know that some of these can be worth money. They've come down in value since I first started reselling. Like 13 years now. But in good condition. See, this one has been repackaged. 1980 Market Street. I don't know, they might be worth looking up at least. I don't know which ones are worth money. I decided to look up which David Winter cottages actually sell. Looks like the castles. So in the future I should probably be looking for castles. Yep, castles. And these Tudor style pieces. The big ones. Just the big ones in general. The ones down here are pretty average. That's a cool looking box. Store your cards in there. It actually has a deck of cards in there. I'm not gonna be able to get it open one-handed. But there is some cards in there. The chances of them being completely all there, I don't know, but easy to replace the cards. So I'm gonna grab the box. This is very cool. I found it over here in the candles. First time I passed by it, I was like, oh, that's a cool candle. Second time I actually picked it up and looked at it. It's Ani Puzzle, A-N-I Puzzle on the bottom. I looked it up. Apparently, it's all polar bears. That was the only one I could find. But they are white normally. So this one just has a ton of discoloration. I think that's gonna be a deal breaker for most people, is all that discoloration. Because when they're white polar bears, they sell for about 20 bucks. So I think considering this is now a yellow polar bear, I might not have that much luck reselling it, but it's definitely cool. I've never seen one before. No problem. We're gonna put them back up here. Last minute find. I just happened to notice the mushrooms on that plate back there, and I reached back and Denby, England. That's fantastic. I love finding Denby, so I'm gonna grab that whole set there and just stick it in my cart. That is so fun and whimsical. There's even like a little bird on top of there. There's some utensil scratches, but that's not a deal breaker for me. So I'm gonna stick it in my cart. All right, well, our total spend today was $35, and we got some pretty neat stuff. My favorite item was probably the fish pitcher. That was probably my favorite. If you saw something you would like to purchase in today's video, remember that you can find it on Niknax.net. That is Niknax.net. I'm usually selling my stuff the Wednesday following the filming of this video, well, the showing of this video. So if you saw this video and it falls on a Thursday, you could expect this stuff probably next Wednesday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Is when I've been having my sales. So keep an eye on my live sale schedule on Niknax, and also check out my buy it nows, because I did discount quite a few things. But anyway, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. So long.
So you're essentially ripping people off on these live streaming shopping networks.
I buy cheap, knockoff items in bulk. I'm not going to say the name of the website, but it rhymes with Schneeshmoo. And then I go online and I sell them.
And there's nobody regulating anything on these sites? I could just go on there and sell whatever?
There is one site that's on to me though. Niknax.net. They won't let me sell anything like that. And they know, because they have people watching.
Interesting. Niknax.net.
Like hawks.
What is it that you sell?
I specialize in Beanie Babies.
Interesting.
Yeah, but if you look close, these ones are actually all creamy babies. They're knockoffs. Don't squeeze them too hard.
Don't buy a creamy baby. Buy with confidence. Niknax.net.